options are running out. And people today are dying. And you know what they're dying of? They think it's AIDS and diseases. It's loneliness. They're dying of loneliness. Well, number 3, let me give it to you. Ready? All I believe is insufficient. E-I-E-I-O, I think. Insufficient. It won't satisfy. All I know it just won't satisfy. How many of you ever tried? How many of you have ever had a bad relationship? And you try to work it out. And you try all kind of stuff. How's that working out for you? It doesn't satisfy. Until you get the love of God in that. My main thing I do in counseling, and when I counsel people is I do this. I say, so you think here, and you think that you're here, right? I say, so here's God right here. Okay? So here's what we do. Keep your hate and your anger and your resentment, and you keep your this and your that, and I'm not going to let them touch me. And you just keep going. But both of you keep heading towards God, and before you know it, you're going to meet up, and you're going to be caught up right there. You follow me? The bottom line is that we need to start learning how to love, man. Like God loves us. We got to get up in the morning and start being grateful for everything that has happened to us. I mean, the love starts with an attitude of gratitude, as you said. I mean, thank you for loving my mom. Thank you for being there. No matter what you did, no matter how much of an alcoholic, I got to be here on this planet. And because I got to be here, I will make a difference. I'll make a difference somehow in my life. I don't care if I'm in that pew or in front of that pulpit. I'm going to make a difference somehow. People in my life are going to be changed. People in my life are going to see the glory and the love of a living God. They're going to see and they're going to experience mercy and grace. And where you deserve hate and retribution and some kind of revenge, they're going to see reconciliation. Why? Because you are about to see God come alive in me. That's when love comes alive. And that's what we've got to know. That's what brings peace. That's what brings, I want to know what God's will is. Know love and you'll know God's will. That mature people would grow up and that lost people might be saved. You made a commitment to somebody, you live with them for life. Love is not a feeling. Sex is a feeling. Love is a choice. Love is a responsibility. We following each other yet? Verse 3. I believe it's chapter 13 now. First Corinthians 13:3. Somebody read that. Go ahead, read it loud. I have a bad hand. Nobody read that. Okay, I didn't say it loud enough. Although I bestow all my goods to feed the poor. Here's all those of you that want to give your way through. I'm going to work my way through this. I'm going to work this out. Hey, at the end of the day, he was a good God. A darn good person he was. You know? He's holding the doors open to hell now. He was a good God. Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. You know, it's easy to love when you can't smell bad breath and it's still fresh. It's hard to love when it gets a little old and they're making you angry. And they're under exceeding your expectations. And they're breaking your heart. Right? But do you want to know who it hurts? I had that devotion this morning. I said, ignorant people, dumb people don't worry. Only smart people do. How many of you worry? I thought you were brilliant. I thought you were brilliant. Dumb people don't worry. They just, right? Just, it's okay, it's clean. They just, right? But we're like, oh my God, how are we going to get that bill paid? Oh my God, did you worry? What's wrong with you? You're not worried. Now I'm worried about you not worrying. You got to worry. Now I'm worried about him not worrying and what the kids are doing. What are they worried about? I got to worry about all of them. I need a pill. I need a Zoloft the size of a golf ball. A softball. Football. Can I swallow that? Can we liquefy that and inject it? I need something because I'm worried about me. Now, not only am I worried about me and about the 30% of the stuff that's not going to happen, that never happened, or that already did happen, that can't change, but now I'm worried about how you're not worrying. And why aren't you worrying? What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? I'll worry for you too. And I'll worry for you. Are you worried? You're not worried either. You're with her. Well, then I'll worry for the both of you. Your families. I'm worried about you. I'm worried sick about you. I'm going crazy. Take me to a hospital. I am worried. Anybody ever feel that way? Never felt that way. You've never worried. And you're dumb. You're dumb. You won't worry. Just don't get mad at me. Just think about it. And maybe you'll be thinking, they did worry a little bit. There was some anxiety there. Maybe not in the last 5 years, but 10 years, yeah, it was there. Things could be getting better, but they were bad. Right? Listen. If I give all I possess to the poor but have not love, I gain nothing. All I give is insignificant. It's not enough. Give me more. Shed blood. Kill yourself. Don't mean nothing. You ain't Jesus. Right or wrong? Anybody follow me? You can give all you want. Give all you want. Anybody know how to spell it for me? Spell it for me, because I get mixed up and, you know. I said spell love. What? Okay, L. Okay, next letter. I said spell the word. I didn't tell you to correct me. If you don't correct the teacher. Spell the word. Huh? L-O-V? E. Oh, yes, that's right. That's correct. That's love. God gave you 5,200 years and didn't fry you like a little French fry yet. That's love. Believe me, that's love. People have done less to you, and you've ripped them off, kicked them down, firebombed their house, cussed their mama out, spit on their grave, and told their kids, y'all got to be good, right or wrong. But listen to me. When you give somebody your time, you listen to them. I mean, you really listen to them. And you're just still. Say, be still and know that I am God, God says. You give them your time. And you no longer matter. What matters is, are you being ministered to? Are your needs being taken care of? Do you feel like you're the most important person in the world right now? Because that's what love does. You're the most important person in the world right now. In this room, you're the most important person. In my life, you're the most important person. My trust comes from love. You can't forgive until you love. You'll never forgive. You'll never trust. You'll never forgive. You don't know how to love. Some of us don't even know how to love ourselves. Am I right or wrong? I mean, we set ourselves on a path for destruction all the time. I mean, just when we finally make it, we just collide, bomb dive, and set it on fire just to have it blow up. Because we don't know what we'd do if we ever succeeded. We don't know what we'd do with ourselves if we ever, what would I do if I, oh my God, my children love me, I have them all around me, and we're having a reunion, and we're healthy, and they're not fighting. They're all on Valium. But they're not. You've given them your time. And so all that, I want to feel loved. I want to feel cared for. I want to feel safe. I want to feel peace. I want to feel safety. I want to know you love me. I want to know you care about me. When you love them, they feel all that. They feel all that. And they come under this umbrella that God does, and he just draws them in, man, and they feel the very presence of the love of God in you, and they begin to trust you again, and they begin to love you, and they begin to care for you, they begin to listen to you, they begin to respond, they begin to respect all these things. So that the giving, you can give everything, but if you're not willing to give me your time, give me your life, give me what you have, give me you. I'll make love if you give me you. That's what God is saying. Give me yourself. Love is spelled time. Time. How many of you have been too busy for stuff? Come on. Stuff that just is too fast, is too much. You got too much. You got to go to another job and make another job, and going to go make some side money on that job, and going to go do some side stuff and do some side stuff on that job and on that job. Before you know it, you come home and somebody else is in your bed with your wife, and you're like I was out making money. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. What happened? Time. We need time, man. Little kids. Oh, they're blessed, man. You see Sage, she sees Pop, she goes up and just sits down like this. She has all the love languages all in one. She gets words of affirmation. Oh, you good little baby. Oh, you good. Oh, no, it doesn't smell bad. Clean her up. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'll get the pamper. Right? It's like she gets words of affirmation. Oh, don't say anything. Go like that. Don't give her any cookie. Dad, don't give her any cookie. No, not at all. No, not at all. You know what I mean? And you say, that little girl knows. Hugs and touches, that physical touch, it's all safe. You hug them and you love them. And some of us are scared to be touched. And we're like, oh my God, was that inappropriate? Was that bad? Was that bad? How do we get that? How do we get so screwed up? Love, the touching, the aspect, the understanding, the misuse, the degradation, the aborting, the messing up of the message of love. That love is supposed to be unconditional. It's supposed to make you feel safe. You're supposed to feel like the most important thing, the most important person you are. If you would have been the only one alive, Jesus would have died for you. Just for you. That's love. Jesus someday had to look at that. Did you feel like doing that day? In the Garden of Gethsemane, Lord, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Hematidrosis, which is a medical term for your blood vessels, are coagulating bigger than the size of your actual cells, so it's coming out painfully. Hematidrosis. I learned this from my doctor, not on my own. But he was sweating drops of blood. And he said, Lord, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. And then he said, yet not my will, but thy will be done. If you love them, then I'm dying for them. And that is the end of that. How many times do we think that God loves somebody else, but he doesn't love me? God could heal somebody else, but he won't really heal me. God could heal somebody else's kids, but I doubt about mine. Well, listen to me. Where's your love barometer at, man? Where's your faith in God? Where's your love for God? Listen to me. How many times does somebody come down and they say, you know what, do you love me? Do you love me? And then they hear this voice come back and God says, do you love me? I mean, do you really love me? Are you willing to go radical and give me your time, your life? The expanse of your life, which is, according to God, a vapor. Would you give that to me? And then see what peace feels like. See what peace feels like. When you finally surrender. You say, all these people I'm worried about, I'm not doing nothing. It ain't helping me a bit. I'm going crazy. And God tells me in his word, do not worry for his sin. Why do you worry for tomorrow? For tomorrow has worries of itself. Seek ye this day the Lord in whom you will serve. Seek me today. Give me your time today. You follow me? The last verse I want to give you. It says in verse 3. Verse 3. Okay. Another I bestow all the goods of my body, and though I give my body to be burned, I give my body to be burned. Even if I give my body to be burned, but love not others, it would be of no value to me. Folks, did you know that if you sacrifice yourself, the plague goes on? How many of you have seen it in your own life, man? And now here we are, and we're like 40s and 50s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and we're like, oh my God, what is this house? It is the USS Dysfunction. It's heading for an iceberg every day. I leave my job and I walk in, and this place is a mess. When I walk in, it looks like they're going to fire each other, gunfire each other, stab each other in the back, throwing around things, just like nothing. Is there no love here? And then we have to admit and say, you know what? Maybe we need to take some of the responsibility. And say, God, I'll take the responsibility with your grace, because if I take only the responsibility, I'll start worrying again. But with your grace, I'll say, God, I need you to help me put this place into order. I need you to help me to establish some order out of this chaos. And I need your love to permeate through me, because, listen, nobody responds to hate and to harsh words. Even in my preaching, I need to watch myself now that you understand that I'm preaching through passion, not through anger at you. Are you following me? So that when you deal with your family, if you deal with them harshly, they're not responding, folks. Folks, how many of you know it ain't getting through? It's not, listen to me, the madder you get, it just elevates and escalates. Nobody's getting through. It's when love settles down and takes the place of servitude that things begin to find their right equilibrium, their right order. And that may take a little while. When it does, and they know you're for real, things are going to start changing in your house. But it's all about love. I'm sorry. Let me write the last one down. If I don't give my time, all I accomplish. Oh, I became a doctor, I became this, I became that. Is inadequate. I've been, oh gosh, at least 20 bedsides when people were dying. At least 20 that I can remember. I've seen people die in front of me, and I've had the last word with them. And I've been with families at their last word. You know? You know what the last words I usually hear are? When I've dealt with the Spanish? Mijo, mija. Mijo. Mijo, mija. Mijo, mija. So I hear. Last thing's almost, man. Almost at the end, man. I mean, like 4 or 5 minutes into getting ready to cross. They want to know, like, mijo, mija. Son, daughter, baby, you who are left with this. They wish at the end they could have spent more time with you. And we're so busy with this world making us no more, and get on, and do this, and build a bigger farm, and do this, and do that, and screw all relationships, hide from everybody, and just make everything sterile. Just get on the internet, Facebook it, put it on your wall. But don't let anybody see beneath your wall. Then we have what looks like a conversation, and all it is information. But there is no intimacy, and no confirmation, and no edification. I need to know somebody thinks like me. Somebody suffers like me. Somebody hurts like me. Somebody's trying to be a good father in the midst of the hell we go through like me. So that we can get together and try to work this out and say, how do we reverse the curse and change this generation? Only through the love of God. And we cannot experience that love of God until we experience it ourselves. We have to say, God, I don't have love. I've never really loved. I don't trust people. Love has always been, you want to touch me or you want something from me, and I need, I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't need your $50. I don't need your money. I don't need the drugs. I want genuine, real love. I want to feel like I'm cared about, like I'm important, like I matter to somebody for other than my looks or what I have to give. And I matter. God says, for God so loved the world that he gave his time, his only begotten Son, that whomsoever should come to him should have everlasting life. They should live and not perish. Folks, love covers a multitude of sins. You got people who sinned against you. If you're here today,